Well, good day everybody. As you can see, it has snowed again. It's rather chilly. -1 right now, I believe. So, it's that time of year. Gary gets the old trapper hat out. Gotta have some gloves with you. Can't be carrying camera gear back here without gloves this time of year. We're gonna do a walk today back in the swamp. We have not been on the trails back here, back to the hunting blind or the stone boxes or anywhere in the swamp back here for the last 18 days. I was asked not to go in here because the neighbors hunt in here. Whether they were in here or not, I never know, because they say, you know what, this is the season. If we want to go out, we don't want Gage running around stirring up the deer or whatever. So were they actually in here? I don't know. A little bit of fresh snow on here from last night, yesterday afternoon. So we'll see if anybody's moving around. I know where they hunt, and it's always within the first half hour of the trails right here. Nobody goes back into the deep swamp. I've told you guys many times on the channel, this is a place that there's no reason to go there. The only reason to go here is to deer hunt. And let's be honest about it. These guys that are hunting deer here on these 4 properties are hunting tame deer. They're pets. So the old farmer down the road feeds the deer. They're in my yard eating crab apples and from our bird feeders every night. It pisses me off, to be honest, guys. I'm going to call it what it is. It's not hunting. These are pets. If you want to shoot one of these deer here, 20 minutes along this trail, you might as well just stand in my yard, open my shed door at 4 o'clock at night, stand there behind it and wait with your bow, because they're going to be in my yard every night. So these guys say they're in here hunting. They don't know a damn thing about hunting. These are in-town urban pets. That's what it pisses me off. I'm sorry, guys. The truth, Gary cannot hide the truth from you any longer. Let's call it what it is. You're killing the pets, the local pets. But anyway, so these guys don't go any further than 20 minutes down this trail here. To get to the stone box, it probably takes me about 45 minutes at a good clip, and you got to know where you're going. But we're going to take a walk in here, and I just want to see if there's anything strange still going on in terms of knocks and things like that. So, Bigfooter Gary on the trail. This feels like this could turn into one of those videos where Gary has a couple of rants. I just got that feeling today, guys. You might be in for a treat. Just cold enough to freeze over the swamp. This is all water underneath here. Some of it's over a foot deep, and I'm standing on it, but it's not cold enough to be safe because it's cracking and creaking. I can see a couple of places that Gage has already gone through. So, oh, we've got some trails right here. There's a mouse or something living underneath there, and you can see he's going back and forth from that side across the ice and in under those roots. There's the fox. He's also gone across the ice here. The woods are absolutely beautiful today with that little light dusting of snow. Everything looks fresh, it's cold. You know, the only problem is we never see any wildlife, and that's because of him. We are not going to see fishers, we're not going to see pine martens, all this stuff that when I'm hunting, which we put up our hunting videos on the other channel, guys, we had great success this year. Each video got a minimum of 3,000 up to 30,000 views. So if you guys like hunting, Unfrequented World, that's our other channel. We just did a 10-part series on the deer rifle season. We were not successful this year, and that bothers me because geez, I mean, every year from the time I was a kid, you know, even when I went with my dad 7, 8 years old, we always got a minimum 1 deer, if not, you know, 3, 4, depending. We always had a big group of guys back in the day. And then as the years went on, it became more my brother and I would be the ones every year. You know, Grant went 9 for 9, and then I went 12 deer in 10 years. And then we started hitting these years, you know, 4 years ago where we didn't even see a deer. And we were like, what's going on? Well, the last, you know, since then, the last 3 years have been just as bad. We've gotten 1 deer in the last 3 years, and we're not even seeing any deer. So it's a little frustrating, but guys do enjoy the adventures that I have with my dad. My dad is he's a bit of a character. He doesn't use a computer. He doesn't care about being on the computer. And he comes from a whole breed of people. You have to understand, this town that I come from is a very small 1,500 people where we grew up. And my dad's not the only one. They're all like that. These are northern mountain men, hunting guys, fishing guys. They don't give a damn about the world, what's trending today, tomorrow. You know, you couldn't ask them to name 10 actors, you know, that are trending on whatever. They don't give a crap about that stuff. It's real world stuff to them. Where are we getting our wood this year? Where are we getting our winter's meat this year? That's the kind of stuff they care about, you know. What's the next meeting at the fire hall? You know, what community issues are we discussing? These are the kind of people that my dad is one of those. So a lot of you guys on this channel know my dad and love him, and it was hard growing up with him as a dad. No nonsense, no bullshit, right? He'll call it what it is. And I guess I'm thankful I have that in me too. So today maybe we should just title this video Calling It What It Is. I'd like to call out the guy if I could remember his name, but I already blocked him, so, you know, putting up stupid comments. I haven't been on this channel. As you guys know, I've been working my ass off on the other channel for the past 15 days. We actually have gone 18 videos in 20 days. And guys, this is a hobby channel, so are the other 2 channels I run. And it absolutely freaking burns me out and kills me to do what I do, to keep producing what I do. And I keep saying, oh, it doesn't bother me, but it must, because here we are talking about it again, right? I get these arseholes, that's what they are, come on the channel, make stupid comments like, oh, the channel that never finds anything never will find anything. And he's posting it on a video where we've got all kinds of audio evidence. It's the one, and then we heard the knocks. Okay, that's the video this dumbass posted this on. Well, I don't know, guys. If the knocks and the strange noises and things that we're capturing, if that's not evidence, if that's not finding something, I don't know what you're looking for. If you're looking for me to show you a frickin' Bigfoot running across the trail every video, you're in the wrong place. That's not real. It's never going to happen. I doubt that we will ever get Bigfoot running across the trail in front of us. I envision that someday it could happen, and that's why we're out here and why we still do what we do. I'm as curious as you guys to see what's out here in the woods, what makes these knocks, what makes these howling, yelling whoops, like a communication back and forth between 2 things. We've captured it. We have the audio that, you know, and for people to come on here posting that nonsense, it infuriates me. Let's be honest about it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to continue. I'm just like, fine, go grab your own camera, go in the woods yourself, get your own damn evidence, you know? rabbit trail. So now I will tell you guys that one of the neighbors here, he actually has a bigger chunk of his own property. He's on the opposite side, not these trails that I'm walking right now. He actually goes out and he hunts. Again, he saves his property here kind of as a last resort, and I can appreciate that, okay? So what he does is the same thing we do, which is go out and travel, spend, 10 out of the 14 days traveling 60 to 100 kilometers out of town, looking for his deer or his moose, and then if he doesn't find them, he'll spend a few evenings at home where there's a better chance of getting, filling a tag here. And it's kind of a last resort. And he's a pretty good bush guy, and I want to tell you guys something he passed on to me the other day. Now, I've been living here 9 years in this new house. I call it the new house, but after 9 years, I don't know. Is it new? Anyway. And so I trust this guy's outdoor skills and his sense of the bush. Just as experienced, I would say, as myself. Probably close to 40 years hunting in the bush. And he told me a story about being here on his property here, not too far, maybe half a kilometer back up here, behind his house, deeper in the swamp than on these trails. He goes the other way. I know where he hunts. He has a little ground blind set up there. And he was telling me that 2 nights this year, he just had such an odd feeling of being watched. And as it got dark, he usually comes out by light, right? He's a diehard. He stays right to the end. The deer are moving right as the sun has gone down and darkness is falling. You want to get a deer, that's when you better be in your blind or your stand. And he knows that, and he usually comes out in the dark, and he told me he couldn't make it until dark. He had such a feeling of that sense of somebody's watching him and, shivers down his neck, he said, that he actually got out of the woods. And that's not too far from right here, guys. So I report this to you guys all the time. Now, I have to say, this guy doesn't watch my channel. I don't think he even knows that I do YouTube. We know each other. We're neighbors. We help each other out, but we're not close. We talk a bit of hunting. We've had a few bonfires together. Yeah, you know what? I've helped him shovel his driveway. Whatever. Neighborly stuff, but we're not friends. Not like Tom and I, where I was at Tom's, 4 out of 7 nights a week, or he was at my house. This other neighbor, we're just more neighbors. So for him to tell me this, and he doesn't know about any of the stuff I tell you guys back here, is confirmation to me that another guy who knows the woods is feeling the same thing that I'm feeling. There's a pine marten track, guys, right there. That's pretty cool. All right, we're coming up on the creepy corner here. So yes, we are filming on the ZV-E1 today, but I also have in my pocket the AX53 camcorder, so if we saw something or needed to zoom in, we can do that. And as well, I have my phone, and I also have our speaker if I felt the need to turn it on and any of the spirit apps. But I'll tell you guys, so far walking, we are well past the creepy corner now. We're into the first little swamp that opens up. It's just here in front of me. I have felt nothing. Nothing creepy. No shivers, nothing. Nada. Let's keep going. I'm not going to cross this right now because I am breaking through. It's just not frozen enough, and some of it's pretty deep. And I can't see with the snow on here, you know, and where I'm going to break through. It's just easier. On the other channel, Gary fell in the creek last week is what happened. So a couple of things happened there, right? Gary got hypothermia, started to. And secondly, I threw my back out. So I've actually spent the last 2 days on the couch, Robaxaceted up. So I am trying to stay on level ground as much as I can today, guys. Yep. And just breaking through every once in a while these steps here. Now it is aggravating my back, so I'm gonna call it quits on crossing that. We're gonna head back to a little more solid ground. I have heard nothing today. This is, you know, I hate to say I know that's what's gonna happen, but I'll tell you guys, once we get past hunting season and the cold weather starts, I don't get these knocks and yells and howls that we do. Some other channels would take you guys down trails closer to human areas, right? And any sounds that you would hear would be like, oh, we're still hearing stuff. I'm not going to do that. We're still going to go back to these deep, far back trails until the heavy snow falls. Then we have to start skidooing in. But I'm being as honest as I can. It's just not here. We don't hear it. Not until next spring are we going to start hearing that stuff. Now, in terms of the paranormal, the hair standing up in the back of my neck, absolutely, that's still here. We could go over there another half mile to the snowshoe trail. And once I get to that area, every freaking time, guys, there is something there that doesn't want me there. It leaves messages on the Spirit Box apps. We get that feeling in the back of our neck, the feeling of being watched. This is probably about the distance where my neighbor was too. He would have been further back than this swamp, but not here. He's over here, maybe 3/4 of a mile east of here, okay? And the same thing, once he gets back to that dark area swamp, he said he felt the same thing that we feel back there. So, is it the same thing? I don't know. I'd have to, if I were to just guess here right now, I would say, yeah, it probably is. Whatever it is, doesn't see human interaction back here, doesn't want humans back here, and does everything in its power to make people feel creeped out, making noises. You know, I'm 90%, if there are people that are coming back here, guys, it's in the winter, okay? It's the snowshoers. When the creek and the swamp is frozen, there are set snowshoe trails. We've covered that. You guys know about it if you've been watching my channel. Otherwise, I would say 97% of the year, there's nobody in any of these swamps anyway, okay? And out of those people that are traveling the swamps in the winter, very few, if any, would even notice the creepy factor. I guarantee you, they're going to be with friends, they're going to be chatting, they're going to have their pets, they're out for a hike, they're out for a walk, they're not even going to notice that. But if they stopped and paid attention, or if they were by themselves, they are going to notice it. How many people, I guess what I'm wondering is, how many people that even travel these darker, lonelier, spookier places notice the reality of what's going on, which is something trying to get your attention to say, hey, you shouldn't be here. And a lot of these channels and guys that are reporting this are single guys in the woods. You know, deer hunters, moose hunters, trappers, guys that have had cabins in the far backwoods for a long time and they go up for the weekend by themselves. You know, they didn't bring their friends this weekend. They weren't partying. They didn't have a big bonfire. They were just there to relax in nature. Then they begin to notice these strange happenings. I don't think it's isolated to my dark, lonely patch of swamp back here. No, I think it's the woods all over North America. Places where humans don't go. It's a last refuge for whatever this is, and it doesn't want humans there. So I guess I'll have to state the obvious, because we've already lost 11 out of our 63 membership subscribers, and it hasn't even been a month yet, that I would remind you guys that please keep your membership here and consider yourself subscribing and helping all 3 of our channels. I don't expect you guys to subscribe to more than one of the channels. Pick your favorite one, subscribe to it. It doesn't matter, because we put the funds towards all of our YouTube adventures, okay? So if you guys can do that, I would appreciate it, because as you know, this is going to become the slow time of year for this channel, right? There's not a lot of banging, knocking, whooping, and hollering going on back here this time of year. We will get out, we will do some videos, we'll do some breakdown videos, but the videos are going to be fewer and farther between on this channel. We'll probably be doing a lot more paranormal stuff and investigative stuff on the other main channel, Unfrequented World. Of course, there's no metal detecting going on in the winter either, so the fans of that channel have to wait for spring for new adventures. But I am going to post, I've got like 150 from the previous 7 years that haven't been uploaded to that channel yet, and I'm doing that for posterity, to have all of my videos under the one Metal Detecting Lost Treasures channel. So, you know, in 20 years when my grandkids want to say, hey, what adventures did we have, they'll all be there in one place. That's the only reason that I've split these channels up, is to have our Bigfoot record here, our metal detecting record there, and all of our outdoor camping, paranormal stuff, regular stuff on Unfrequented World. So consider yourself supporting those other two channels, even if you're a member here on this channel. Don't cancel your subscription over the winter thinking, oh, there's not a lot of uploads going on this channel, but really you're keeping us going on the other channel as well. So I would appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next adventure.